technology as a tool to run your business is the best way to go nowadays. Today, the Digrati Talk has brought to you Mr. Akandwanaho Ben Armstrong. He's going to tell us how he has used technology as a tool to run his business and how it has influenced his life. You're welcome, Mr. Ben.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome to the Digrati Talk.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing me to the platform. I'm glad to be here.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yes.
Can you briefly tell us who is Armstrong?
A brief description of me. I come from Chirura. I've studied my lower classes in one in Chirura, my primary, then in Barara, and my A-level in Central, that is Bongo Secondary School.
Yes.
And then I came from my university, Barara University. I currently work at BEYICHINI as the CEO and co-founder and CEO of BEYICHINI International. Yes.
No, that's wonderful. You have a very good background, education background, I see. You told us that you went to Barra University?
Yes, for my university, I went to Barra University.
Okay. We would like to know which course were you offering?
I did a science laboratory course. Yes, science laboratory technology. That's what I did. Yes, at Barra University.
Okay.
Yes.
So, like, what is in that course?
Well, basically, it's a wide course.
Yes.
And has different departments depending on what you really focus on. So some focus in chemistry, others biology, different. So the biology department, you find they can work with schools, they can work with research centers, they can work with hospitals, they can work with universities. In biology department, biology labs. So chemistry department, going with pharmacies, going with steel hospitals, research centers in chemistry side, and more. Petroleum, stuff like that. So it's quite a wide course. But there is also physics, which goes with engineering and all that. So it's basically, you see, every science course, subject or something has its laboratory. So basically, this is it. Yes.
Okay, so in that course, do you have like any relation with technology, or it's basically science?
Of course, everything. Technology took over, so you can't say science without technology. It's hard. It's hard because if you find like everything has been improved through technology, so we have to use it in every aspect, every test you run in a lab, every if you're going to store information, if you're going to present, you have to use these machines. You have to use technology. So definitely, it's applied from the start to the end.
That's right. So currently, what are you doing?
Currently, like I said, I started a farm and I'm running it. It's called BEYICHINI International. Basically focusing in real estate. That's our main trading point.
Okay. You told us you're the CEO of BEYICHINI Limited.
Yes, please.
Have you ever been employed
Yeah.
before?
Yeah, I was employed before for about 2 years.
Yes.
Back after I graduated from university.
How was that area for being employed compared to being self-employed now?
It was good. It was good. Challenging, you know. Definitely challenges are everywhere. The time I was employed and the time I'm self-employed, it was all challenging,
Yes.
but on different levels. So the other time it was more of a learning time. I learned a lot. Still here I do, but the other time I learned a lot, and I also learned how maybe workers feel with the bosses. So if I hire and with my team, I know how they would feel, and I know how hard I should press and where I should stop, and it gives me the perspective of how they feel, because I know how I used to feel, how I used to see my boss, maybe. So it gave me a chance to learn that part. Yeah.
Share with us some of the challenges you faced while you were still employed.
One of the challenges came with decision making. I always like to make big decisions when I'm working, and feeling like I can make a decision, act on it, and maybe explain later, not going to ask for permission to act on something. So that is one of the biggest challenges. So I could just say maybe I'm not good at being employed, but if you come to look at it, I'm employed at BEYICHINI. BEYICHINI employs me, just that I'm on an executive level, and I head others. But that was one of the challenges, being unable to make big decisions in an organization I was working with and execute them before I consult. So sometimes I felt like we lost a chance to act on many things because I had to wait for my superiors to ask them, which I think is the right thing to do. I mean, the juniors shouldn't act most of the things before the permission from the superiors. I mean, there is a reason why they should be up there and you're still down here. Yeah, so that is one of the challenges. Then the second challenge maybe would be I wouldn't feel free enough, and maybe this is a personal thing, and feeling like I don't know how to say this, but I think most people feel this. You wanting your own thing, you want to manage yourself, to regulate yourself, stuff like that. Yeah, and to motivate and push yourself. So it's one thing that I really wanted, and it's something that I've experienced here working with BEYICHINI. Yeah, the other time I had to work on the clock of my bosses. They tell me you have to report at this time and leave at this time, and that's how it's supposed to be. So here it's a bit different. I have to manage my time, but the challenging part, I also have to keep working, and you know, when you're doing your own thing, when you now I understand why I would see my boss leaving office late, even before, I mean after I've left. Or you come back to work and you find he's already in office. I understand, because I'm in his shoes right now, and I know how it feels when you're running your own business. Yes.
So should we say that some of those challenges pushed you to create your own company, or to start up your own company?
Yeah, I would say yes, of course they did. They are stepping stones. I collected a lot of knowledge and experience through all those challenges and experiences, and in a way they pushed me here. Of course, it has been a lot. It has been a lot of motivation, and of course, most people try to put you down and be like, this is not something you will handle. But you try. You try, you keep trying, and you're here, and you're still looking at more to come. Yeah, so to answer your question, yes, it's true. Those things made me to this level of trying to start my own business.
Okay. Leaving alone that part for having challenges, maybe, what other motivations were behind you to start your own company?
Other motivations. From the start, I liked business. And I used to watch and fancy about these, you see people in suits negotiating deals and having control of things, making changes, and I didn't want to be this person who is hidden there in the lab somewhere and leaving the whole world to move when I'm there. So I wanted to be an active player. That's one of the things. And maybe why I chose real estate was I always wanted to invest in real estate. And when I got a chance to see what I should start that is out of my field, I mean my profession, and out of the work I was doing, I chose real estate. However much I was starting from the most small point, but I decided to give it a try. Yes.
Okay, so we see you graduating from one step to another, like from being employed to self-employment.
Yes.
So can you please briefly tell us the benefits from both sides and the challenges?
When you're self-employed, you're running, I mean, like the position I'm in, I run my own farm and everything comes to me.
Yes.
Yeah, you know how you're going to plan for everything. You know how you're going to plan for rent. You know how you're going to plan for the payments you have to give to the workers or partners or investors or, you know, and these fees come monthly, they come here, they come, you know. And you have to plan to make sure that the fixed costs in for your business to keep running, monthly costs and all that. You have to, it's a lot. So it gives you a chance to plan for that. Then there is running an organization as an organization, separating it from you as a person, knowing that this is the money for BEYICHINI and this is the money for Armstrong. So that is not something I knew at the start. When I was being employed, I didn't know that. I saw at the end of the month I'm getting money. I didn't know how much my boss pockets. I didn't even want to know then. I mean, it was a different thing. But here I have to know that I'm getting my salary and the company money is going to the bank. And you know, you learn to separate Armstrong and BEYICHINI. Yes. And learn how to leave BEYICHINI as a private entity. It's on its own and it exists on its own. So definitely challenges are many. I look at many challenges now, given that you have to plan for all that and everything that falls on you. When the rent people come, they come looking for you. When it's a bit stressful, but yet again it's a bit relieving. You know, it's like seeing something, your thing growing, you're running your thing, and you see it moving and moving ahead and moving ahead. It gives you this peace and this confidence and satisfaction. But on the other hand, when things are really bad and you see your thing falling down and things are not moving well, it gives you a heartbreak, really pain. So it's a rather challenging experience, but all in all, I'm not complaining. I thank God I'm where I am right now. And to count everything, I see I've made a step from where I was up to now. You see something has been done and yeah, I would say I'm improving. Yes.
So I think self-employment is way better than being employed.
On my opinion, to me, in my experience, and in my opinion, I would say yes. This should, I think this is varies with people, and people have failed to, of course everyone can't be self-employed, otherwise the economy wouldn't run. Because I will need to hire people, and I wouldn't say that those people will be self-employed. They're employed by BEYICHINI. I also look at myself as being employed by BEYICHINI, but given that I have to make big decisions, all those big decisions. So I'm running BEYICHINI. It's not a sole proprietor, like I'm running a small shop and maybe. So it comes with challenges, but I would say to my opinion, it's better. But I would be fine for people who disagree because of their different challenges. Because I've seen people failing from when they are self-employed and perform so well when they are being employed. Yeah, so it depends on a person. It depends on where you feel comfortable, and again, where you feel you're really being more productive and contributing more to the economy of the country. Yeah.
You told us earlier that you're dealing with real estate.
Yes.
What is the name of your company and the location?
Well, we are BEYICHINI Real Estate. We work exclusively in Imbarara. However, we go to different places around Uganda, but our main offices are in Imbarara at Imbadifa building, and we've been in this business for 5 years now, and I would say it's a good business. I mean, part of the services we offer are brokerage, real estate brokerage, where say you need a piece of land to buy, or a house, home, or an apartment, or a commercial building, and you need to invest in it. So what we do is look for that property for you. Other people will be looking for something different. Say you want to sell, you're on the other end now. You have your property and you need money from it. So sometimes we can invest in the property, sometimes we represent you to sell for your property, market it for you on our media, on our platforms, websites and all, and we sell it for you on an upgrade payment. So that is the brokerage part. Then we also go ahead and do the social media, real estate management. That is the property and asset management. Say you have your rentals and it's been hard for you to manage them because maybe you're far, because maybe you're out of the country, because even you're around, but you see these people are not giving you, collecting, dealing with the data is also not easy. Dealing with customers, collect money from them sometimes is not easy. So sometimes we come in and collect rent, bring tenants, maintain your area to keep it looking good and okay. And sometimes we handle the accounting stuff and make sure we pay the taxes for you on an agreed fee. All that on an agreed fee. Yeah, so, and that goes for residential and commercial. I mean, you could be having a house and you want to rent it. You could be having rentals and you're renting them. You could be having a guest house, a commercial building for shops and offices. We do all that. Yeah. We do handle investors, people who want to invest in real estate. They want to learn how to. We help them to teach them and show them how to. And again, we work with them and we invest for them. Say we be having places. These investments we make, so we collect different money from different people and we invest in projects. So these projects, different people have shares, and after the project is done and it has made profits, then they share that profit according to the investment they make. And we always have a certain percentage that is estimated as profits, and they are supposed to take. Yeah, so that's a brief of what we do with real estate, but there are more services, processing titles, doing architectural plans, and more. Yes, but those are the main three services we offer.
Okay, as you're investing, getting quotes for others, how big is technology as a tool to run your company?
Oh yeah, big time. We've used it like almost every day. I don't know what I would do without technology. For example, our main marketing tool is social media and internet. So we use our company website to advertise the properties, display all the information about our company, talk to investors through those platforms. We advertise on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all those social media platforms. I mean, we handle customers and serve them even before we see them using these media, I mean, platforms, WhatsApp and all that. We connect with these people and we are able to sell to them and serve them, and they are satisfied even before we physically meet. I don't know if that is anything other than I mean technology. So I don't know what I mean. I've started business in this time where technology is everywhere, and I find it hard not to use. So I would say I use it almost every day, and it has been able to help me run my business well.
That's nice. So we've heard you've used technology almost everything. So you've used technology as a tool to run your company.
Yes,
we know every good thing has its own bad side. So what is that other side of using technology?
I think one thing I would say is bad about using technology is about 2 or 3 things I've identified. One, it limits this feel of talking to someone. You know, when we are face to face, I can really see, and this usually happens when you're dealing with customers. You know, when I'm talking to you, I can feel like this could be a buyer, or this is just maybe not interested, maybe has already said no, maybe, and that is one thing you rarely see on technology, because we send messages, maybe we can Skype, video chat, but most times you send messages, you send information, they reply you. So people take chance and waste your time, you know, and pretend to be really serious people, and they are not. But that is a challenge you always face. I mean, even in real life, you can get such things. I mean, when it is physical, but it goes beyond online. It goes beyond online, and people try to take advantage of you. Then we are having, you see, we're also having a big number of people who use internet and take advantage of it for really bad things. Instead, you know, it is always hard, I mean, for someone to run in your office and start telling you, I mean, talking weird things about your search, even when they are not true. But it's easy on the internet, because in one way, someone feels you're not looking at them. You're not going to see them anytime. Maybe someone is in Nairobi and I'm here. Actually, most of them start telling us that I'm home, come and beat me after doing the worst thing on internet. So people take advantage of that, and you find the people you think will be customers and the right people to market to, they are rather bad people. So you find them misusing internet and technology altogether. Or people, you know, we are having a problem. We are having a society of people who think they know, but they really don't know, and they don't want to try to know, but they really think they know. So I could post something and say, for example, for my business, I say I'm selling 100 acres of land in Imbarara, and someone will be like, 100 acres of land in Imbarara? There is no 100 acres of land in Imbarara. In Imbarara, land is, you know, densely populated, and it is, you know, it's chopped into pieces, so you can't find 100. But I know I am, and you look at this person and they're like, I mean, but that is a challenge you face. So you learn how to handle it. and all that. And then people also misuse internet. I mean, I look at platforms on internet as good platforms to use to communicate to our friends, to family, to connect with friends, to share information, good information, helpful information that can help us in our businesses, information that can help us in our lives, you know, not the information that brings us down, that conflicts us and all that. So many people, I don't know whether it's being idle and all, you find they go on social media platforms to do nothing, just the negative energy, spread the negative energy. But I believe there is more positive we can share, and I believe these tools, when used well, you can really change your life with them. So the message I could give the youth out there using this internet and social media platforms and all is use it for better, don't use it for worse. You know, and always believe you don't have to be pour the anger, the negativity on these platforms. Yeah, everyone has problems. We all do. But we try to look above that and try to bring out the positive energy, inspire others, motivate others, and motivate ourselves as well, and do better to help humanity, help each other. Yes.
So you are telling us about the challenges of technology. Do you think they are the ones that are bringing these startups maybe in Uganda and some companies to collapse?
Partly, yeah. You see, like I said, you find many people using internet, but for the wrong reasons, not using it the right way, I would say. So, say someone starts up an e-commerce platform and you're selling online. Because maybe statistics show that in Uganda, 60% of the people use internet, for example. And you look at it as an investor, I look at it and be like, those people who use internet, 60 people, 60% of Ugandans use internet. And maybe we are 45 million people. Yeah? That is about maybe 24 million people using internet. That's a big win if you're going to invest in Uganda. But you don't know that among the 24 million people that are using internet, maybe only like 2 million or 3 million are really people who are serious and can shop online and they are really positive and all. The other people go there to gossip, go there to I don't know, share whatever thing they are sharing, go there to abuse someone they don't like, and check the images, check the pictures of the beautiful people there. You know, you find they are not really contributing to the good. And at the end of the day, I don't think that company will go unless it really went ahead and it did its research to make sure that really these people that are using internet, there is a small number that can really support you. Yeah, because I'll give you an example. You find I'm running ads on internet, say social media platforms like Facebook. And it brings an option when you're sponsoring these ads and paying for them so that Facebook can promote them for you. You find there is this option where you have to select your target market. And we come at age. Yeah? Come at age and maybe I'm selling plots of land or houses. You come at age and you have to really, they by default, there is 18 years to 65. It will be hard for me to choose people at 18. I'll have to push it ahead. Because I know most 18-year-old people are the most people who are online. Actually, if you look at around the country, I think like 80% of the 18-year-olds have signed up online. But what do they do online? That is a big question. What are they using Facebook for? what I use those platforms for. So I have to push it ahead to like 30 years to 65. Because I know 30, maybe people have started thinking, maybe they have left that thing of I use social media platforms for only chatting with my girlfriend, stalking my ex-girlfriend or my ex-boyfriend, seeing what my friend ate for lunch, taking a selfie and sharing it around. You know, they have left that part and how much they can do some of those things, but they are looking for that better side, and they be like, maybe I could share about what I sell. And you know, people take it wrong. You know, you share a property or something you're selling, because social media is a social, I mean, these are platforms we should market through and share the information we have with others. So now, if you have your business and say you have a boutique, really, I assume all your friends on social media should know about that boutique.
Sure.
And to me, if you have a problem with knowing about my boutique, and if you feel like I shouldn't be sending you maybe information or you shouldn't know about it, then I don't think you should be my friend. I mean, you shouldn't be my friend. You shouldn't even know me. You might not support me, but maybe you know that he has a shop. Maybe you will need, that service sometime, or that product sometime, and we need to use it. So that thing is really important, and people tend to go away from it and be like, I be sending some messages sometimes to friends, and they be like, I don't like your messages. I know you don't, maybe, but this is something you could just ignore. Why are you really in my phone if you can't stand my message? Really know what I'm selling, because I wouldn't have a problem knowing what you're selling. Maybe I will need it. Maybe my brother will. Maybe my uncle will. Maybe a friend will, and be like, by the way, this person has a product or a service that you need. So I think you look around and be like, are we really using these social media platforms to grow our economy, to do the better thing? Or we are just making noise, gossiping around, bringing even the positive energy there down? You know, criticizing even the good that is being done. And that is what I fear about our society and these social media platforms and the internet as a whole.
Okay. You've been a CEO of your company for quite...
Yes. So 4 years. 4 years.
That is good. What are the possible solutions you would maybe give to us so that we can keep, in case one wants to start up something, or for those with companies that are already in existence, what are those possible solutions you can offer to different people?
One is, I don't know if I got your question well, but are you asking for the solutions for the challenges in business, startups and all? Okay. Well, one is I'm one person who likes and feels it is very, very important for formalizing businesses. Most of us, especially young people, think you only register a business, you only open a business account for a business when it is big. We all want to run on a basic. And that keeps a business small. It keeps it you. I mean, the brand should rise, it should go. These people who have been able to run businesses ahead have understood how to grow a business and let it be a bigger thing. So, one thing, registering a business. It's no longer a hard process in Uganda to register your business with the URSB and go ahead, open bank accounts, you know, certify your business, you have a certificate of incorporation, a business name, pay your taxes. People think paying taxes is a big thing, but if you've made some money, why shouldn't you pay taxes to your country? That is giving you a good environment to run the business and make that money. So if you start paying taxes, you feel good. You feel good about it, and you feel this is important that I'm paying taxes and I'm a worth citizen, and you feel your business is big and you want to proceed. And this brings also another thing. I mean, people, we always want to run as an individual, but it is always good to bring in people. We can't do things alone. So to partner with other people, to bring in investors. These are the people, serious investors. I'm not talking of mediocre. Serious investors. These are the people. Someone is not going to come and invest reasonable money in your company without a good track, without paperwork done well, without him seeing how you've been performing. So registration and all that paperwork is really, really important. And it brings me to my second point. Learning to distinguish your company and you. I run BEYICHINI, but I have to learn how to know that this is money is for the BEYICHINI, is for BEYICHINI, and this is me. And I know how much I'm supposed to pick from there as a work of BEYICHINI. Yeah. So I don't make money and I just withdraw and I buy shoes and I spend and splash like we always do here. Eh? So you don't do that. Yeah, you know, it has to be company money and your money, and it gives you a chance. Given that it is my company, it gives me a chance, because if it grows financially, I grow financially, and I believe that's how we are able to get more money. The other thing maybe is persistence. You know, we give up too easily. We are people. You know, you can't be a leader for a month, for 6 months, for 1 year, and be like hands in the air. I'm moving away. Business is hard. Things are tough now. I can't run. You give it time. Try it. Give it more time. Maybe it's hard because every business is hard. Every business has had a pitfall, but again, you push it, and it goes up, and then you find things are moving on well. So, what I'm trying to say is, we have a society of someone, you try a business, 2 months it's not going on well, and you're giving up. 3 months, 6 months it's not going on well, and you're like, I've been here. Come on. And if I start telling people the time I've been in BEYICHINI and what we've been able to achieve over time, someone would be like, I wouldn't have crossed that 2-year gap. I mean, I would just have given up. You know? And so we have to learn to be patient a little bit, and to learn to know that even the people who did it had to wait a bit. Work hard as they wait, You don't really have to work hard and jump from this, then start now a boutique. It doesn't work 2 months. You run to farming. It doesn't work. The season hits it. The climate changes, and you run maybe to real estate. Business is not going well. You start a salon. It's not doing well. You start an you know. At the end of the day, you will spend 5 years with nothing. All about, I ran from here to here, to here, to here, to here, to here. And they're like, what did you do in all that? They're like, I was just running. So we need to really be patient sometimes, and fast exhaust and feel like you've given it all and it has failed. And then you can be able to move forward. I wouldn't say you should stay 10 years in the same thing that is not really performing. At least you should, but you shouldn't give up on 1 year, on 6 months, on 2 months. So at least you should first try it more. Then the other thing would be, there are really many. This topic is so wide. Yeah. I mean, I think those are the few that I can say now.
So you talked about paying tax. You know, some people nowadays dodge paying tax, yet they are heading. They have companies and business and all that stuff. What would you give to those people who are trying to dodge paying tax?
I don't know. To me, I believe as an economy, as a government, it can't survive without the private sector. And however much our economies are still poor, and you feel they have to depend on the foreign aid and all, I believe as citizens, the contribution we can do is to work hard and contribute something to our economy. We still have challenges as with our governments, with corruption, with stuff like that. But we can't just blame everything on that and not contributing, you know? So, I shouldn't be so hard on the government that there is no medicine in the hospital. When I'm the guy who is refusing to pay taxes to the government. So, you see my point? I shouldn't be complaining about the bad roads. Because the role of the government is to pick 100 from you, 100 from me, 100 from 45 million Ugandans, and it gets, how much is that? I think around 450 maybe millions of money, and use that money to build a hospital that some people will use. Just like that. So it keeps doing that, it keeps doing that. And over time, an economy grows, constructs roads, does that. So, how much we still having challenges, but we should try our best to do that. Like one great gentleman says in Uganda, we try to push it. So we don't have to on making noise on social media. We can also on contributing to the economy of the country. So I really encourage all those people to try and contribute. Work hard, yeah, work hard, but also pay taxes. Yes.
So in general, taxes are helping our our country to develop.
Yes, they are helping our country to develop. They are helping every single person of Uganda to develop. So it would be like cheating yourself. You know, sometimes we do the things indirectly. I know it is hard for someone to understand, but I really don't see why. If you're able to make some money, you should not pay taxes. I mean, that is, for most people, that is what you should see. For spiritual, religious people, they know they should pay the tithe, the offerings in the church. It is the same thing. How you should pay and contribute to your country, to your economy. Yes.
So with all that we've had, where do you see yourself and your company in 5 to 10 years to come?
Well, I'm a religious person and I can't predict the future. I still have to rely on the mercy of God. But if all is well and God allows it, I hope to not to be the same. If I look 5 years back, it's not the same. Both financially, with the mind, it's different. Everything has changed. There is always a gap. I mean, some development and in every aspect of your life. So we have big plans for Uganda and the whole world, and these range in real estate still, basically, but using mostly technology. So we are trying to develop platforms and see how best we can offer our services to the people across Uganda and across the world in the most easy and with offering the best customer care to those people. And so that comes with development, that comes with a lot more, with challenges, bringing new people on the board and all that. But I wouldn't want to specify it in numbers, say we want to have made $1 billion money or what, but definitely every day we try to improve to be better than we were, yesterday. Yes.
As you told us earlier, when we were still at campus, you were dealing with laboratory science, something like that. How did you acquire skills of using technology?
I learned. You see, People, this again goes to our society. We have this feeling of when you finish university, learning stops. But that is one of the worst things that are happening in our universities. You find libraries, public libraries, outside libraries, not in schools, and not having books and all. So I try my best to read. I learn every day. I believe there is a lot I don't know, even in real estate. And I have to learn every day. I have to be perfect at this profession. So I have to learn every day about real estate. It could be one or two things, but I have to try my best to learn. And I learn real estate, I learn management, how I did go to school to be a CEO. I did go to school to manage. I wasn't aware you should register your company and why you should maybe pay taxes and you should open a bank account. But I learned these things over time and every day. So I'm a life learner. I keep learning each and every day. And I take it as a point to never stop learning. So I buy books, you know, some of these books, I buy books, I read them every day. I am learning something, and that's how I've been able to move from a profession that I learned and come to a different career and be able to still be relevant and look at myself like I'm growing. Yeah, so I learn every day. I read, I learn new stuff, and that never stops. And I hope it won't stop. Even if I lose all my teeth and I'm going to die, I think I'm on my deathbed, I will still be reading a book because you never know. Hey, maybe they'll ask you a question in the world, in the heaven, or as you're still finding the way there. So I have to prepare for that as well. Yeah, so I read.
So starting up this company or being, you wanting to be like self-employed, dealing in real estate, was that a discovery that you discovered in yourself? Because I can see it is not in line with what you studied at campus laboratory science and whatever. So is what you're in a discovery?
Like I said, it's more of what I want. It's I did come in real estate because I wanted more money or something. I believe there are better fields than real estate in making money, but it is something that I love. It's something that I leave work, I go home, and I find I'm still feeling happy to reply to my customers online. I feel happy to read about. I feel happy to want to practice, and that comes with love. It comes with how you want something. So real estate is something, it is a venture that I've loved, and that gave me a chance to try it. And even that when I was still working at a job, having a job, unemployed, I really always wanted to invest my money in rentals, in land, you know, build rentals, build houses, rent them, build that empire. And when I had a chance to start it, even on a basic level, to learn how to do it and all that, it was an opportunity that I had to take. So I took it. Yes.
Okay. So we have this issue of cybercrime. I don't know if you heard about it here. So how do you manage it? How are you managing it? Because you know, you interact with other people, you exchange contacts and all that. So how are you trying to issue cybercrime?
With cybercrime, I think it is a wide topic, and it has a lot of parameters. I wouldn't say I'm very conversant with everything in cybercrime, but like I said, however, when I'm online, doing my business or social, I try my best to keep professional. So, for example, I have to make sure I share and post properties that I really have first-hand information and I'm sure of. I have my clients' knowledge and knowledge, and I mean, he has really allowed me to share that information. So, for example, I mean, I wouldn't talk about you without your authority. I mean, you allowing me to talk about you. So you have to, and this is one thing that we should always respect. Information, however much it's out there, but it's owned. You see, and someone should not start sharing my information without my me allowing them to share that information. So it's always important that you have to keep professional and know and be human in the things. You see, we break rules on the internet because we try to need quick money. We try to need to bully others and steal them and maybe use, like what I was saying, use internet for the wrong things. So we try our best to keep professional, and whenever someone tries to move us astray, still we try to get back online. Yeah, so I think that's how we've been able to run our business for 5 years online without any biggest challenge. Yes.
So I believe most of the people who are doing this cyber crime stuff, who are involved in doing all those crimes, most of them are unemployed. So they are just there, they love what to do, so they start.
They take the chance. They take the chance.
So what is your say about unemployment in Uganda?
It is the biggest challenge, yeah, and as a country, as I think there is more to do about it. Our government needs to work a lot on working on that. But as people ourselves, we need to do something as well. It goes back with a lot. I could put it on many. I mean, many parties are responsible for this. It could be our education system, it is our leaders, but again, it is about us as well.
Yeah.
I don't know, I've been in a position to hire people, and I've been in a position to advertise, and you receive people, but you don't know who to hire. You see all people are really not good for the job, and or maybe you hire them, but they don't really deliver. There are these people who could steal things. They are not really, they have not given it all. Now, that is a big challenge. And now I don't blame that on the government. I blame it on the people. And you see, this is the person who has been saying he's employed. He's all every day posting he needs jobs. You give him a job, they don't respect it. And they don't know. You see what the problem we have is when a person graduates, they want a 2 million Ugandan monthly job, a 5 million. They don't know sometimes you have to start on the 300,000 UGX job or something that pays little money. And as you gain experience, as you learn, you get more. You get more. But you know, you've come out, you're a fresh graduate, you don't giving a lot to the company because you're like even an intern, but you're really expecting a lot. You want to earn like a department manager, which won't be possible. So we have to learn to be humble and also know what we should expect from our economy. Our economy, like I said, is small. And we are having very, very, very many challenges. So we are still looking at running business as sole proprietors, not registering them, not paying taxes. Many people try to do that, thinking they are cheating the government, but when they are cheating themselves. So unemployment, it's a wide thing, but I believe this is something we should all fight together. Everyone should contribute to fighting unemployment. Government fights it to do its work, but as well as individuals. When you are at university learning, you try your best to do more. To do more. Don't just read for exams. Read because you know you're going to apply the things in the field. You know, people try to memorize things, and after exams, that's it. And like I said, they don't read. After that, they just be like books. That's done. Throw them away, and we never read. And they'll be like, I'm a computer scientist. I'm a pharmacist. I'm this, I'm that. I'm this, I'm an accountant, I'm this. But they don't know anything. So it becomes really hard to employ those people. Because me as a businessman, I have to really do my best to bring the best people on board.
Yeah.
So you have to compete. And with less jobs and all, you have to make sure that you're the best. So we really have to try our best and fight this together. But I don't want to start pointing fingers, say this is the reason for unemployment or this. I think it is a general problem. That's my opinion. I think it's a general problem.
So we shouldn't put the blame on the government or what, but the problem is within us.
It's within us. Yes, the government has done its part of contributing to unemployment, but we've also done our part on contributing to that. Yeah, so when I left my job, I could have, at that I was unemployed before I started this. And I started it, and I'm here, and maybe now I'm able to employ other people. So at the start, it was tough. I could be just like any other person who goes on social media, start posting how the government has done the worst to them, spread the negative energy, or I could be this person who turns around and be like, maybe I could use the social media platform to share about the house I'm selling, plot of land I'm selling, and be like, let me move around and look for that plot of land they are selling, and share it and maybe earn something from it. So it's I could have just been there blaming the government or my father or I don't know, my university or God, I don't know. But I looked at it differently. So maybe the government did too much, but I tried to do what I did, and I'm not unemployed right now. So that is a change I did, and everyone could do something about that.
Okay, so today we are having many young innovators who have come up with so many innovations.
Yes.
Do you think these innovations or technology are going to solve Africa's problem?
Yes, I do. I believe we have very, very bright young people, and they've learned to develop platforms and innovate according to the problems we have in societies. We are losing our culture. We have a lot to protect. We have to make sure business is done in a better way, giving the best customer service and delivering the right product to the right person. We have in every department, we have challenges. The health, the agriculture, our markets are low. So we really need to innovate more, and I really believe and know we have very smart people working on that. So that with no doubt, I believe the future is bright. Yes. With definitely challenges will never end. We always have challenges. But I believe the future will be better than now. I would love to live as long as I can see the future. Yeah.
That's wonderful. As we are ending our inspiration talk,
Yes, please.
what advice can you give to the youth who are starting, who are trying to start up something?
Well, first, work hard. They need to work hard. This thing of I'm doing this for a month and it has failed and I need to give up. No. You know? Yes, even nothing really big was ever built in a month, in a year. You take time. So they need to know that. You read, try to learn. This time you use on social media, on Facebook or what, you just read about these big people in this world, people who have really influenced and made a change. How they did it? They took time. They took time. They built something over time. They didn't just wake up and things were happening. So we need to know that. We are living in an impatient society. Millennials are very impatient. So we need to be patient, but work hard. Work hard every day. As you're patient and you're consistent, you keep working, keep working. It's like a muscle. You don't go in a gym one day and you work out, and you come out and having all the six packs and everything. You do it over time and you see it coming. But if you do it 1, 2, 3 days and you see nothing is happening and you feel like this doesn't work and give up, you give up and nothing happens. But if you do it a year, that 365 days, the next year, in 2 years, because you keep doing it because you believe it is really working. You know, it's 1 pack, it's 2 packs, it's 3, the muscles are coming out. And after 2, 3 years, you see the body getting in shape. So it's the same thing with business. It's the same thing with life that we live in. So these careers where you give it time, you know, try it over time and be patient, but believe it's really coming in shape, you know. Yeah. So you don't try it in 2 months and give up and be like, oh, come on, yeah, which kind of a leader are you going to be? A 2-month leader? So this negative energy they spread on social media, they should really reduce. And we're also having a challenge with however much I believe everyone should contribute to the society and the future of their country, you know. And it's good that the youth want to come out and be active and talk about whatever is happening in our country. But we should really take time to understand, analyze information, and whatever we do, respect each other. But mostly, to the youth who are trying to start something, work hard and be patient. And always try to acquire knowledge wherever you can. Learn, keep learning. Yes, that's all I have for them.
Well, that's nice. To the youth, you've had all the inspiration once here for you. So unfortunately, we have come to the end of our inspiration talk. Thank you so much, Mr. Ben.
You're welcome. It's been a pleasure.
Hope to see you next time.
Sure, anytime. Thank you.